Welcome to Twale TV. Twale TV Sports back again. Straight into it. Ivan Toney banned for 8 months. My oh my, poor guy. I feel so sorry for the guy. Punishment deserved. Whatever you do wrong in this type of situation, you've got to be punished because there are children who look up to you. There are other players that need to be taught a lesson that don't cross this line because it's not right. And the reason I said I feel sorry for the guy is because sometimes we as fans or as ordinary people just watching them, applauding them, and just treating them like superstars, which they are really. But we've forgotten these guys are human as well. Okay? One bet is a serious offense, talk less of hundreds of charges relating to betting. So the guy's probably settled into it. It's probably an addiction. It's probably a problem that needs being, attended to, that no one has said anything or helped him over the years or whatever. And now it got caught and it got whacked. This is gonna, really, destroy him mentally, because this is a guy, at his peak, on form for club and country, and is gonna miss the rest of the season throughout the window, window break. Oh my! I feel so sorry for the guy. He's gonna miss about few months of the next season. Can you imagine that? I do feel sorry for him in the sense that I sometimes before I blame, I try to put myself in people's shoes. And I look at these guys, in their mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, earning hundreds of thousands of pounds. How much can you spend? How many houses can you buy? How many cars can you acquire? So they live in a very privileged, they live a privileged life. So for them, sometimes they don't know that there's a serious high level of moral obligation, moral responsibility expected of them. And this is an example. So I hope the FA will not just punish him, that they will look into helping them. It's not just him. I bet there are lots of other players who still get away with this. They might not be betting on the large scale as Ivan Toney, but they need help before they get caught. If we can help, please, let's do that. Football Association, whatever, whoever, if you're listening, please look into helping these guys, because sometimes, like I said, they don't see the privileged life that they live. And they sometimes, and if you don't see it, how can you identify the moral duty expected of you? I feel sorry for you, Ivan Toney. I hope you come back stronger. I hope it doesn't destroy you mentally, because this is heavy. If you look at it for a footballer, it's heavy. Okay, it's at his peak. He is, it's relied upon at the club. Maybe not with the country. But he is the main man for Brentford. How is that going to affect his contractual agreement with Brentford for not playing? Are they going to be paying him? Are they going to stop the wages? Oh, it's too messy. I feel sorry for the guy. Anyway, let's leave that. Straight into tonight's Champions League. Well, good news for we British fans expecting City to win, which we seem to have one leg in the basket right now as we speak, because Rudiger is left out by Real Madrid. I just don't understand why this decision was made. Rudiger's, physical duel with Erling Haaland. I talked about it. People talked about it. So I don't know whether the guy replacing Rudiger will be able to do what Rudiger did. I don't know. But I think it could be costly for Real Madrid for not playing Rudiger. Erling Haaland will feel, well, now I might have a little bit of more room because the guy who didn't give me room is not playing. Football is all about mental thing. So for them not playing Rudiger, for me, just signals City, you've got a bigger chance tonight. Go and do it for us. We're applauding you. We're rooting for you. Go do it. It's a game every football fans around the globe must be looking forward to, licking their lips, in the process. I can't wait, because the reason I can't wait is because I love when I'm approaching a game that I know it's impossible to call. It gives that room of enjoyment that because you never know what's going to happen. Okay, if Man City are playing Birmingham or they're playing Bournemouth, you know what's going to happen, But this type of game, nobody. And that brings me to what the pundits have started saying again. If you watch my podcast yesterday or a couple of days ago, I said I was listening to Rio Ferdinand, Seedorf, just before the Inter Milan, AC Milan game, and they were saying, oh, yeah, AC Milan was supposed, that was in the first leg. They said, yes, they can see AC Milan rolling over Inter, blah, blah, blah. They were all convinced AC Milan would beat Inter. And I never agreed to such, predictions because this is Champions League quarterfinal, Champions League semifinal. This type of stages in this competition, you just don't know. It's about the momentum, who scores first. Anything can happen on the day. So you can't just say somebody's underdog. Now they've started again. They said Inter Milan will be underdog to whoever wins between Real Madrid and Manchester City. I was a little bit chased off. I was upset, to be honest. See, how can these professional footballers watch this Inter Milan, the way they play, their passing accuracy, their quick thinking, their 1-2 passes, their defensive ability. And if you look at the height of the average player in Inter, they are all like more or less mini giants. So how can you quickly say they are the underdog because we know what City and Real Madrid can do. Expansive, attacking, high press kind of game, But who says Inter is not ready for them? You just can't call anybody underdog, approaching a Champions League final. It's insulting and it upsets me because I don't expect professional people to use those words. Can you imagine what it takes to get to a Champions League semi-final? Can you imagine what it takes to get to Champions League final? You have beaten some super teams, some seriously good teams. You've beaten them. That's why you're there. So how can they say you can't beat whoever is put in front of you? It's football. So for me, Inter Milan is no underdog. There's no underdog. There's no above dog, whichever way you want to phrase it. I beg, let's leave it. Let's go and enjoy the game. Special thanking to our followers. There are so many followers that just gives me this unexpected buzz every day. Seriously. I just can't stop. Sometimes I try not to go through my phone because the minute the buzz kicks in, I can't sleep at night. I'll be grinning in my sleep because the numbers make me happy, to be honest. And the numbers are very good. It's getting better. We love you. Keep subscribing. Keep following. Keep sharing. We love it. And then let's catch up at the next podcast. So that's it tonight, folks. We haven't got much time. I need to go and watch the game. I can't wait. But please, Inter Milan is no underdog. Whoever they're meeting in the final. It's Champions League final, for God's sake. Please, let's have a good game. No underdog. Twale to everybody. Ciao. Catch you at the next podcast. Good night. Ciao. Hasta la vista. I nearly forgot, baby. Ciao. Catch you at the next podcast. Thank you for watching. Thanks. Ciao.
It's Twale.